Like and subscribe right now, or you will face the mighty Skrull. Nature is humans' best friend. Nature will never hurt humans. People of Pompeii in 79 ad. I wish that were so. Russians in the 17th century invading Siberia and conquering the natives. Russians fighting the Bratsk Siberian natives who have mounted warriors and bulletproof metal shields. Chinese alchemists when they try to create an elixir for immortality, but accidentally invent gunpowder instead. Okay, but it's not what I wanted. Chernobyl engineers after seeing the plant workers puking blood and dying due to radiation after the blast. This is fine. How people think Einstein's life was. How Einstein's life actually was. Who would win? An organized military force with 100,000 men, military-grade weapons, and support from the UK, the most powerful country of the 1920s. 50,000 religious cowboys. When US Army asks government about the F-4 jets in possession of Iran during the first Gulf War. US government, I was a businessman. Doing business. We can kill so many innocent student protesters with this bad boy. And we will. Chicago in 1871. Mrs. O'Leary's cow. Things from Greek mythology I want to eat. How thinks of Japan in World War II. How Japan really was. French dudes in the 1500s traveling all over the Atlantic and still finding some British ass to kick. I came looking for copper, and I found gold. George Lucas changes Yoda to talk normally after he reveals that he is a GD. Also George 20 PM came out. Wanna see me change it again? Look guys, I invented the concept of zero. Nice. Now we can calculate the number of girlfriends you have. LMAO. Mert. Marcus Aurelius choosing commodes as his successor. Martyrdom. Drop a live grenade when killed. The US to capitalist dictators. Oh dear. Oh dear. Gorgeous. The US to democratically elected communists. You ducking donkey. The USSR to communist dictators. Oh dear. Oh dear. Gorgeous. The USSR to democratically elected capitalists. You ducking donkey. Mom, where did you leave the salt? Me. Maybe that's a question you should ask Carthage. Me about to spend an hour talking about the Franco-Prussian War. Mike housing saying officers tried to use Napoleonic tactics in World War I. When Japan blocks all foreigners from entering because of COVID. Ah shoot. Here we go again. Japan throughout its history. Japan after a bit of radiation. A few ships, so the Americans destroy a few cities. When you write an essay about eating children, but everyone thinks you're joking. Third world countries arming their militaries after 1948. Ronald Reagan getting word that some of his Hollywood friends are dying of a strange disease. Nobody's got AIDS. Now I don't wanna hear that word in here again. Professional Egyptian builders watching Jewish slaves getting credit for the pyramids. Germany getting to the fine print of the Treaty of Versailles and seeing how many years of reparation payments. Baby, can't bench press 100 pounds. Spartans, hi my name is Failure. Germany, we have a new ally. Bulgaria has joined us. The Ottoman Empire, who was at war with Bulgaria 2 years prior. Bulgaria. USSR. Don't worry UN. After the Kyshtym disaster, we totally know how to deal with the radioactive cleanup. UN. The what? Western Europe. Hey, we are making this cool group called the You Wanna Join? Switzerland. No. European powers dividing up the Ottoman Empire. European powers dividing up the Indian subcontinent and Japanese Empire. European powers dividing up Africa. When you share a birthday. Me. Mao Zedong. Everyone in the US. When George Washington was done being president. Farming. Really? Man of your talents. Germany 1939. Japan don't attack the US. Germany 1941. Japan do not attack the US, we're in the middle of something here in Europe. Japan the 12th of July 1941. How about I do anyway? Sniper rifle does not beat tank unfortunately, and I took that personally. The government to recruiters during the Vietnam War. You can't draft the teacher. Pick a kid. Diogenes of Sinope trying to look for a man. The Night Witches. Flying black planes in the middle of the night with their engines off. The Red Baron. Julius Caesar after the pirates that captured him told him how much his ransom was. More. When your nation goes through a kingdom, a regency, fascist rule, communist rook, 2 world wars, revolution and democracy in 1 century, Hungary. The US paying $20 an acre after stealing half Mexico's land and decimating their army. We're even now. B. When you launch a major offensive in winter to try and regain control of fuel supplies, but the enemy stops you, and now your tanks are stuck here. Fuel. America when they use a holiday to attack the British. America when the Vietnamese use the same tactic against them. When yesterday was Christmas, but today is a day that the Soviet Union dissolved. And it wasn't about slavery. You see, the Civil War was about states' rights. A state's right to what? These mines are on my territory. Yup. And Chile is a sovereign nation. Yup. As a sovereign nation we can make our own decisions. That makes sense to me. Then let me nationalize those mines. When you remember this sub considers anything 20 years or older history and you are 21 years old. Maybe I'm history. When you watch a movie about ancient Greece and there's no naked dudes, the lack of these here is historically inaccurate. Reject continental drift. Return to Pangaea. The Toledo War in Michigan and Ohio history books. The actual Toledo War. Humans after inventing bread. You want to slice it up and cook it again. Oh yeah. Nobody. Caligula. History told at school pre-middle school. History told at any regular school. Balkan countries as Yugoslavia. We are a major exporter of metals, machinery and textiles. We don't rely on anybody. Balkan countries independent. Tourist companies. Vietnam when the Mongols raided. Vietnam when America invaded. When you survive Hiroshima and travel to Nagasaki. Our tour good, here we go again. When did the Soviet Union fall? December 26th, 1991. Soviets on December 25th, 1991. Maybe we'd be better off if we brought down Gorbachev. 1954. Papua New Guinea making cannibalism illegal. The US launching its first atomic submarine. USA. France. You won't have an atomic weapon, so we won't fund your research. France. Oh no. Anyway. The world's first 12-reel film, and the longest and most complex to date. 1910s America. The KKK are the good guys. USSR to communist dictators. Oh dear. Oh dear. Gorgeous. USSR to democratically elected liberals. You ducking donkey. USSR overthrowing democratic reformers in Hungary/Czechoslovakia. USA. Overthrowing democratically elected communists. Elton John's music. The Beatles. Back in the USSR. Elton John. Point of view. You decided running straight into death was not a good idea and went back to your trench. The American people after electing Jimmy Carter hoping he would reduce government corruption. The American people after Carter's lack of response to the oil crisis and the Iran hostage crisis. Me to the mods, when I realize this movie is 21 years old. You can't stop change. Any more than you can stop the suns from setting. One Israeli tank with some tzvika in charge. 60 Syrian tanks. Women in 1692, after solving a math problem. Polynesians colonizing tiny islands in the Pacific. Vikings attempting to colonize America. Christians in the Middle Ages. Dying of the plague. Muslims in the Middle Ages. Let's invent harder math. A culture has a pantheon of gods. The Romans. Give. History told at school. History in real life. You love a woman, but can't be with her. So you let go and find another one. You love a woman, but can't be with her. So you change your name. Study an entire foreign language. Track down her nanny to get information. Join a resistance movement against your country for years. Convert to a religion. Join a long siege. Go on a deadly mission. Orchestrate a plan to win the siege. But then the woman and her husband both die in the siege. Cuba and South Africa fighting each other in Angola. The rest of world. I can explain. Generals. No, you must keep fighting through Christmas. Every soldier on the front line. How it feels when you take down your Christmas decorations on December 26th. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed your stay. See you again tomorrow at 5 PM GMT for more saucy memes. Check out the last episode or the playlist if you haven't already. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Much love.